Hi guys, okay, today we are going to be doing a review on the Mini Pro palette by Beauty Creations. This is the Volume 4 palette. Now, if I sound really nasally or like stuffed up or something, that's because I have a cold currently, so I sound lovely, but the show must go on. So, this is the palette. It is by Beauty Creations. This is what the back looks like. I don't know a price or anything, so I will put that up here. I got this in the subscription box, don't really remember the price. You pull it out, this is what it looks like. And then you open it up. It's got a mirror. It says Beauty Creations Mini Pro Palette Volume 4. And then it's got a plastic thing. Move that. And these are the shades. Absolutely stunning. Let's do some swatches. This is the first row. So we have White Lies, which when you swatch this shade, it looks really like pigmented, but it also looks kind of streaky. And then you just kind of layer it on. I don't know. We will definitely play with that. Whites are not always the easiest to create. And then we have Sugar Mama. And then we have Naturally Blonde and Chocolate Mocha, which I wouldn't really call that a chocolate mocha, but that's just my personal opinion. Let's do the next row. Alrighty, this is the next row. We have Spoiled Rotten. And then we have Miss Bossy, which this shade took quite a few swatches to actually build up like that. Then we have Dreamer, which looks pretty, I don't know if it's like chalky is the right word. Then we have Tap Out, which is not very pigmented. Let's see if I can go over it again. Yeah, definitely buildable, which is nice. I don't know, swatches don't always mean, you know, they don't always show how the eyeshadows are actually going to work. This palette also has a lot of pinks and purples, which are definitely hard to create. Let's swatch the last row. This is the last row. We have On the Rise, Game Over, Simplicity, which is a shimmer. And I've noticed that all the shimmers I've swatched need at least 2 to 3 coats of a swatch to actually build up, because this is the same Simplicity shade, but only swatched once. You can see it's kind of patchy, it's not as vibrant, it's, I don't know. And then the last shade is called Darling, which again is not very vibrant, not as, I don't know. They definitely need to be built up, which is not always a bad thing, but I feel like when you're working with color this bright, it is not the best. I'm gonna real quick put a headband on, prime my eyes, and then we will jump in. Alrighty, eyes are primed. I just used the Pretty Vulgar eye primer, and I put my hair back. We are going to jump right in. I have no idea what I want to do. I do know I want to take as many shades as possible, though. So let's just start with that Chocolate Mocha shade and just pop that in the crease. I have a mirror right here, so if you see me looking off to the side, that is why. Ooh, okay, very, very pigmented. Ooh, almost a little too much. Ooh, I kind of screwed that up. I'm just going to take a plain brush, like nothing on it, and just kind of buff that out because I took way too much color on there. Oh yeah, very, very pigmented, but we did get a lot of kick up in the pan, as you can see. Not always a bad thing, but, you know, I'm going to tap some off this time and then go in and see if that works. Oh yeah, it's a lot better. And then we're going to go in with Spoiled Rotten, which is this bright, bright pink on a small fluffy brush. Just going to pop that in the crease in here. And then just taking that same brush I've been using to blend and just kind of buff the edges. Take another small fluffy brush and use the Tap Out shade, which is the other pinky shade in there. We do get a little bit of fallout from that shade, not anything crazy, but like I said, we are kicking up a lot of kickback, or getting a lot of kickback in the pan. Both these shades and this shade is one I've used, and they have a lot of kickback in them, which is, I mean, not always a bad thing, but if you don't like that kind of thing, then that is something to note. We're going to take one more small fluffy brush and the Game Over shade, which is this shade down here. And then instead of angling that, you know, down, I'm going to angle it out. We'll clean it up and carve it out. Do not worry. But we did get a little bit of fallout with that shade. And then I tapped some off, and that is what happened when I tapped it off. So it's definitely very powdery. I don't know. I kind of feel like all those shades just kind of muddled together. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to take a very flat brush and some concealer and carve out my lid real quick. Alright, now that the lid is carved out, I'm going to take a flat brush and go in with this Naturally Blonde shade. I'm not going to wet my brush or anything. I'm just going to take my flat brush and kind of, you know, get it in there. And we are just going to pack that in the inner part of my lid. Okay. Not as pigmented as I would like. I mean, there's color there, but there's not, I don't know, the shimmer is not there. I am going to take my Ciate Everyday Vacay spray and try to wet it and see if maybe that will help. Oh yeah, wetting it definitely helped. I wet it on this side and you can definitely see the color is a lot more like shiny, I guess. I don't know. We are getting quite a bit of fallout though. Don't know if you can see all of that. I don't know how to feel about this, you guys. The shades are really pretty, but look at all of that that's coming up in the pan, and look at all the fallout we're getting. I don't know. I'm going to take another flat brush, and we are going to go in with the Sugar Mama shade, which is the blue shade. Not wetting my brush, just going straight in with it and put that in the center of my lid. Okay, see, that shade was gorgeous. I did not wet that shade at all, and it's really, really pretty. Like I said, I wanted to use as many shades as I possibly could, so that's currently what we're doing. I'm going to take the Miss Bossy shade, which is the shade right here, and pop that in the outer part of my lid. And then I'm just going to take a super small, fluffy brush, kind of like this, angled, and just blend all the shades together. It's really pretty. And then I'm gonna real quick just carve this out and clean it up. Alrighty, I've cleaned up the edges, and then we're gonna take that the white shade, the White Lies shade, and use that to buff in between my eyebrow and like the shades we used. Just to lighten things up and kind of give it a little more depth. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of lightening it up, but I don't really see the biggest of differences. I don't know. I'm gonna real quick do the rest of my base off camera, and then I will come back and we will see what we have going on and what we can work with here. Alrighty, base is done. Let's finish up under the eyes. So I'm going to take the Darling shade and pop that really close to the lower lash line. Alrighty, and I only took that in the inner, like halfway, halfway in the lower lash line. And then in the other part, I'm going to take the Game Over shade, which is just a little lighter. I don't want, that super dark shade right close to my eye. In the inner part, it'll kind of close it all off, and that's not really what I want. And then to blend that out, I'm going to go in with a mix of White Lies and Chocolate Mocha. And then I'm going to take White Lies and pop that in the inner corner, trying to get a really concentrated amount of color. I just don't think that's a really good white. It's very chalky, a lot of kick up. Not my favorite. Look at that. I don't like it. I'm just going to brush away all the fallout we got. Jeez, oh Pete. I'm gonna real quick apply some mascara, and then I will come back and give you my final thoughts. Alrighty, mascara is on, and final thoughts. The palette's good. It blends nice. However, I don't like that the shimmers are not like, I don't know. They're very kind of hard to work with. They're really creamy, which is kind of weird. For a shimmer, they're nice, but they take a minute to build up, and they are really creamy but hard at the same time. And then the mattes, they're nice, they blend nice, but you get so much kickback and so much fallout. The white is terrible. I don't think it's a very good white at all. And then you only have like one transition shade. It's a nice little palette if you just want some fun pops of color, but I don't think it's a good palette for an overall look. I don't know, I just don't think you can make a nice cohesive, I don't know. It's not my favorite, honestly, not my favorite palette we've tested out. But that is all, you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. I love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see the next one. Bye.